Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, making some really good trades, and yep, let's just get into it. We can see that Bitcoin right now is back to $44,200 at the moment, and it is looking quite good. We can see that we are on track for Daniel's prediction for 52,000 by April 1st, so it'll be very exciting. You know, a $52,000 Bitcoin by April 1st, that would be, let's calculate it right here first. So right now we are March 25th, and you know that leaves us with around 6 days. So let's take a look how much of a pump we would have to get. April 1st right there, and that's 6 days right there, the 52,000. So Daniel is expecting a 17% pump in the Bitcoin price, so that is a massive move for Bitcoin. So if we do get there, if we do get to 52,000, be ready to short. As we can see, we have some previous tops right there for Bitcoin at 52,000. I believe they are listed right here. There we go, our resistance box, our green resistance box. So Daniel expects us to blast right through these resistances, you know, potentially maybe getting a lot of volatility and then get up to 52,000. From there we can get rejected and then start consolidating at lower levels once again before moving on towards the upside. Now again, all these charts are available in the Discord, and Daniel's A1 analysis is available in the Discord as well. He's always there every single day charting and giving you guys market updates. Now right now the Dow Jones seems to be coming back up right now. Traditional markets getting in the ending the day in the green, 1% for the Dow Jones. The Nasdaq leading the indexes, 1.9% in the green. So you know it's possible we can get some, you know, more upside before we you know continue with the corrections. You know, the inflation problem is here and it's here to stay, but you know, as you know, Federal Reserve, you know, Chairman Jerome Powell is singing the story that he has everything under control, and he expects inflation to come down even though things are worse than ever and the rate hikes are quite insignificant. You know, he expects it to go down, but you know, we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. At the moment, we'll look at some Bitcoin analysis. As we can see, you know, right here on the TA2 chart, on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that when Bitcoin came to 43,300, we did get rejected initially. We started to come down, and then from there on you could have made a nice little short there, but again, set your stop loss at your entry and take your profits quick, because big moves can come. And then exactly as we could see, we blasted right back up and we came back to 43,932. Now we're starting to find some support at the moment. Now if we do pump, next resistance will be around 44,762. I do have a small little short trade coming right now on BitGet. So as we can see, we are coming to this ascending triangle right here. So if we do break out towards the upside, this could be quite the move, and we could potentially measure it from here. Let's take a look right here. So a breakout from these levels could potentially get us to 55,700, but again, we're gonna hit Daniel's target way before then, so potentially a nice take profit area would be 52,000 if we do break out. Again, if we get rejected, we would be coming down to about $40,521. So if we get rejected from here, expect some downside from there. So at the moment, I do have a short, but I have my stop loss set quite tight, so very minimal losses and a lot of upside gain if we do get rejected. Now right now the hash ribbons are looking quite good. They're keeping apart for the time being, but again, let me remind you, they're still quite close. We want to see them expand a little bit more, and we can see that we are getting close to 44,600, which was, you know, previous rejection levels from for Bitcoin as well. So always take that into account. And again, let's get back a little bit on the inflation story, because excuse me, I burped there. But again, you know, the Federal Reserve has been singing the story that inflation, they expect inflation to come down to 2%. So let's set our 2% marker, right? Let's bring it down to 2%. Let's set the level for 2% that the Fed expects. So let's just put 2%, and then we'll make it red. Right? We'll make it red. There you go. That's 2%. The zero line is zero inflation. No inflation is probably the best case, because, you know, or, you know, negative inflation, but you know, zero inflation is good because prices aren't rising. That means your cost of living isn't going up, right? And your purchasing power is increasing. As you know, you get wage increases, you get better at your job, you can buy more stuff, which is quite good. But now we could see that, you know, during 2021, Fed's been saying, oh, oh, we expect inflation to come down. We expect it to come down. And then Fed, April, May, inflation kept going up, starts, consolidating in the summer. And then, you know what? It kept going up and it kept going up and it kept climbing, got to 6%. And by December, they said, okay, you know what? Inflation isn't transitory anymore. After inflation rising from 2% to 6% nonstop throughout the whole year, okay, it's not transitory, but we still expect it to come down. So they've been saying that they expect it to come down the whole time, but they were wrong for all of 2021. And now they want you to expect it to come down when it's at 7.9%. Now we expect it to come down to 2%. So the gap is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the lies are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So they just expect inflation to magically go away by itself. As supply chain disruptions are increasing with the war in Ukraine and Russia, right? And then the sanctions on Russia is causing problems all over the globe. And now we have 7.9% inflation. Now they just hit us with a knee-shaking quarter-point rate hike, and they expect that's going to do anything. And they've priced, the market's priced it in already, 7 quarter-point rate hikes. But if they raise it to 50 basis points or even 75 basis points, why don't they just go ahead with 1%? Inflation's at 7.9%. When inflation was at 12 to 14% in 1970, Paul Volcker had to raise rates to 15-20% to bring down inflation, right? They expect a quarter-point rate hike to bring down 7.9% inflation. And they keep denying that. No, it has nothing to do with the amount of money we've printed. Absolutely not. It has everything to do with supply chain disruptions, right? But our supply chains are strong and our economy is extremely strong. But yet we rely on everyone else to supply us the goods that we need. Because if we don't, as we can see during COVID, the second that we have a supply chain disruption, everything starts to spike, prices start to spike, everything gets out of control. So, just don't believe that nonsense. It's the CPI is miscalculated anyways. If you use the CPI from the 1975, you'd get around 15 to 16, 17% inflation. So it's completely inaccurate anyways. But moving on, we'll go back to the Bitcoin analysis. Just had to give you guys some information regarding inflation, because this is bugging me when everyone says that inflation will go away by itself, which is insane because it's not. But moving on, right now, Ethereum back at the 3121, looking quite good, following Bitcoin as well. Again, if Bitcoin gets rejected from these levels, you're gonna see Ethereum come down as well. So Bitcoin is the leading indicator for all the other cryptos to move. That's something we all know. Again, if you want to learn a little bit more about cryptocurrencies and stuff, you guys can join the Discord, and you get access to all my charts, when to long, when to short, and you guys get my short and long calls as well. Right now, Bitcoin's trying to break above the 21 weekly, which it is above right now. At the moment, 21 weekly is at 21 weekly EMA is at 43,721, and right now we're at 44,174. So if we stay above these levels, if we get a weekly close, that'll be quite bullish for Bitcoin. We might pump up right to 52,000, exactly like Daniel's anticipating. But again, the volume has been quite low. So I expect a big volume spike. So if Bitcoin does pump up, you're going to get a mother of all pumps. But again, if we do break down, we might see a big volume spike there as well. So keep your eyes peeled. Right now, Bitcoin's trying to get above these levels. We could see getting rejected perfectly at the top EMA ribbon right here, 44,400. So for the time being, it's possible, it's looking more likely that Daniel's scenario is playing out than mine. Right? I never guaranteed that my scenario was going to play out. I just had a good feeling that it was going to play out if the money flow crossed, which it didn't. We got extremely close to crossing. But again, if we cross back, then I'm going to be bearish once again. But for the time being, I'm neutral. I'm just holding the current Bitcoin that I have. I'm not accumulating more. I'm potentially maybe looking to open some longs. Still holding my short on the Dow Jones at the moment, but probably going to have to close it in a slight less profit, because as you can see, we did take that dump the other day, but big pump back up in the market says today. So if we do come back, if we do keep going up, probably going to short around 35,750, but we're just going to have to see what happens. We do have the CPI and next CPI report coming out on April 12th, so we still have a lot of time until then. Anyways, guys, you guys have been awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. You guys have been lovely, you know, leaving me comments, liking the video, subscribing. We're at 8,690, I believe, 8,686 at the moment. Once we get to 10K, you guys already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that giveaway like I've been talking about. And excuse me, if you haven't already, you guys can sign up for Big Get Trading, help support the channel, and that's where I do all my trading as well. Also, if you want to join the Discord, it's $10 a month for now. It's $5 for silver members, but $10 gets you gold membership. You guys can see all the perks, links in the description. And these prices won't stay there forever. Love you guys. Peace.